This summer, I made several sneaking in videos. It wasn't just about the challenge to sneak in, which was fun, but even more so, it was because I wanted to test the security at these convention centers, which hundreds of thousands of kids attend. The reason why I wanted to test it is because all of these recent school shootings really worried me, and I'm sure it worried a lot of other people too. I wanted to see how difficult it would be, or how easy it would be for someone with bad intentions to enter a convention center and create a disaster. To sneak in ended up being extremely easy. I tried sneaking into 5 different conventions, and I had a 100% success rate. And I carried a backpack with an extra camera and batteries. I could have had anything in my backpack. Guns, bombs, anything. 2 of the 5 conventions I snuck into used a security company called Contemporary Services Corporation, also known as CSC Security. The other 2 conventions used a security company called Executive Event Services LLC, although some of the same people work for both companies, and they were equally as easy to sneak into. CSC Security was the same company hired for the Route 91 Harvest Music Festival in Las Vegas, where 58 people were killed and more wounded by a shooter. In a promotional CSC Security video, they claim security receives thorough training.
Our professional managers and carefully screened event staff receive thorough training, from venue-specific policies and procedures to the advanced security training that has become so crucial in our post-9/11 environment.
This video dates from 2010. Anyhow, I'd say that thorough training isn't thorough enough, as I and my backpack could sneak in with no problems. And to confirm my suspicion, I had actually asked some of the security guards what training they went through. How long ago was it that you got the job at CSC?
About a month.
Month? Did you go through any training?
No, we just signed up applications.
Oh, is it online?
No, in person. Like you can show up to the building, the security building, and then you just tell me you want to get a security job, and they hire you.
So there's no training at all?
No.
I also found online reviews of this security company. It's called orientation, and then you're in the field learning as you go. It's kind of a group setting where not much is organized, then thrown out with not much location information. Learn while you work. Looking at the reviews, it seems like security goes through an orientation, which in no way is security training. Because most of the reviews state, learn while you work, which is a horrible business model for a security company.
Let's talk about this lawsuit situation with MGM Resorts International. Now, as you might remember, on October 1st, 2017, there was a mass shooting in Las Vegas. And MGM Resorts owns both Mandalay Bay, where the shooter was shooting from, and the Route 91 Harvest Festival venue, where 58 people were killed and hundreds of others were injured. And the massive news over the past week was that MGM Resorts International filed federal lawsuits in Nevada and California against more than 1,000 victims of the shooting. And of course, most people's initial reaction was, what the fuck? How are you going to sue the victims of a mass shooting? And it appears they are doing so in an effort to avoid liability. According to MGM, since the shooting, more than 2,500 people have brought lawsuits or threatened to file lawsuits against them. While MGM is not suing for money, they are suing so that they don't have to give money. And in their lawsuit, the company argues that it cannot be held liable for deaths, injuries, or other damages stemming from the attack, adding that any claims against them must be dismissed and that the plaintiffs have no liability of any kind to defendants. And their argument relies on a 2002 federal act that extends liability protection to any company that uses, quote, anti-terrorism technology or services that can help prevent and respond to mass violence. And in their specific case, they argue that the security vendor they hired for Route 91, Contemporary Services Corp., they were protected from liability because its services had been certified by the Department of Homeland Security for, quote, protecting against and responding to acts of mass injury and destruction.
This is the same security company, which I managed to get through multiple different times. There is no way that they should have ever gotten certified by the Department of Homeland Security. On the website they say, COC has received the highest level of certification in protection awarded by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security by becoming the first crowd management company to obtain both Safety Act designation and certification for event security services. That's incredible that a security company made of guards who only have to attend an orientation, who receive no training, can receive the highest level of certification in protection. These are the clips of me sneaking in. I was walking around a bit and this guy walked out of the door and I could get in. Okay, I somehow just got into the hall. So I guess this year's VidCon is just a bunch of bouncy houses. I really want to bounce, but I don't want to get kicked out. Live M. Do you work here?
I work. I'm setting this up.
Could I go in the ball pit?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
I can?
These kids in here, yeah, all excited. He's swimming in it.
Sneaking into VidCon before it opens? Check! Outside of the convention center at E3. I have no pass, but I really want to get in somehow. I don't know what I'm gonna do though. Okay, so there's security over there. I wonder if I could just walk through this way. What I needed to do was walk through the parking lot, even though I wasn't supposed to. Luckily, the security wasn't paying attention, so I could get all the way through. But when I got to the other side, there was the guy checking badges. I had to walk behind the guy checking badges, and luckily he didn't see me. I went through the metal detector. I just want to quickly clarify, this is the only convention which I had to go through the metal detector. All the others I didn't have to go through. And then I got a very big 2-hour wait in line. I just have to wait in this line for 2 hours, but I don't see anybody in here without a badge, so I don't think there'll be any more security. Now just 1 hour and 8 minutes to get in. Hopefully I can get in. Finally, after the wait was done, I followed where the security guys were taking us, and we got inside of the building. Although to get inside of the main area, we had to get a badge checked again. When security was checking someone else's badge, I went to the other side of him and got through. Sneaking into E3, check. What do you think of TanaCon?
I think it's cool.
Yeah?
I think it's very cool, yeah.
Cool.
It's lit.
Yeah?
It's better than VidCon.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. There's definitely, the crowd out there is pretty insane. Oh my gosh, they're so loud already?
Yeah. Oh, yep. I went through the exit and I somehow got here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, do you know what's going on back here?
No, just hiding.
Okay. Okay. Hello! Hello! Hi! Hi! I don't know how I ended up here, but I did. Nothing much. Hello, Tana.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
That's good. Are you vlogging TanaCon? Just having a good time?
Yeah, I don't know how I ended up here.
Well,
but
I'm happy that you're here.
Sneaking backstage at TanaCon? Check! The lines were so long, and it was so hot outside, and I for sure didn't want to cut any lines, so I decided to sneak in. I don't have a card.
You need to have one in order to get it from outside. Go to the people right there in that red desk, because they're doing...
Okay.
This is so nice.
Do you know where badge pickup is?
Across the street.
somehow just managed to get in without a badge, even though I have a badge. I have a badge, but I haven't picked it up yet. You do that outside, and you need a badge to get here. Wow, sneaking into Anime Con, Lucy. Sneaking into Anime Expo? Check!
Whoa!
How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Yeah?
I'm working.
Oh, have fun. Just got through, I don't have a pass. What if you go through the exit here? Exit. Doesn't seem like they're paying attention too much, but I don't want to risk anything right now. 3 people, making sure the passes get scanned. I tried to sneak in through the exit, although that didn't work out too well.
Hey, everyone! Exit. No.
Okay, thank you.
Good try though.
Tell everyone to go to door C for badge pickup.
There's an entrance where you're allowed to go in without a badge because it goes up to registration, but I'm wondering if I could go down the escalator without getting a badge and actually get in. I have no badge right now. I just walked in through this red area and I'm going up to registration. I'm gonna see if I could just get through without going through registration. Oh my god, that was so easy. Sneaking into Comic-Con? Check! I don't want to be afraid of going to school. I don't want to have to worry about what might happen at a convention, a concert, or a basketball game. It's the organizers' jobs to make sure they have good security and that I'm safe. And if companies like CSC Security are certified by Homeland Security, well, I would say that Homeland Security is doing a very bad job at keeping us safe.